Hi, class. It's Dr. Linder. Welcome to Anatomy and Physiology. I just want to give you a little bit of a flow to the course so everyone feels a little bit more comfortable with the inner workings. So if you look here on the left-hand side, we have a home page. We have an announcement page. Um, Make sure that you're receiving announcements, you're getting notifications. So right from the get-go, you'll get a welcome message from me, and it'll just kind of tell you, hey, what do I do first? So do the pre-test, do the certification, register for Connect, do your introduction discussion, then go to the Get Starting tab to complete the day one's task, right? So kind of go through this flow here. It tells you a little bit about all the due dates and the due times. So all your work is always due at Sundays at 11:59 p.m. each week. Everything's due then. Okay, so that's the discussion board work. If you choose to do the extra credit, your lockdown browser exam, um, everything. Okay. How do I access the APR? APR is Anatomy and Physiology Revealed. This again is through the McGraw-Hill Connect. This is stuff that you've done probably in A&P1 as well. This applies for A&P1 and A&P2. So you need to access the APR. To access it, go to the Direct Connect website to log in. Use this URL right here. Access to the APR is right here. So if you click on that, you'll get in, sign in using the username and password used for the registration. This is very important right here. You must complete all the assignments through the classroom Blackboard link and not through the link above. So everything that you're doing in McGraw-Hill Connect, you're doing through Blackboard directly. There is a clickable link built into my course that will take you to everything you need to do. And I'll show you where that is. The next announcement is just on discussion board work. It tells you how to claim your topic. I don't want 10 people doing the same number, the same topic. So your first post should always have a research section and a critical thinking section. Notice there's a word count associated and references for each. And then you're going to do 2 peer responses. If you have research and critical thinking, you'll probably score max points with that. I think it's best for all 3 posts to have these components, research and critical thinking and references, along with your word count. Word count always goes before the references. Okay, and then your 2 peer response, if they have this, amazing. Okay, I really like to see both components, research and critical thinking. All right, so that's the announcements. Make sure you click on that. Meet the instructor. A little bit about me, right? You can read a little bit about me. I've been teaching for a long time. I don't like to talk a lot about myself, so you could read up a little bit, but I can ensure you that you got the right guy for the job, okay? To help guide your learning experiences here. All right. What else? Let's go to the getting started tab. So really, where you're going to be playing around is week 1, 2, 3, and 4, right here. But getting started, all right, what do you have to do? Let's scroll down here. Be familiar with the McGraw-Hill in case you're having any issues. Here's the McGraw-Hill Connect information, and here's the Blackboard information. There's 2 different numbers for each. Okay. Here's your course textbook information. I know some people try and use the 2-week free access. You certainly can, but then you're going to have to eventually purchase it for the last 2 weeks unless you can get it all 4 weeks done in the first 2 weeks. I did have one student that was able to get that done. So all your textbook information can be found here. Here's your information on how to register for McGraw-Hill Connect. Here's your course certification. Make sure you do that. Complete this day 1. Make sure you complete your pre-test. It does not count, but it does get a lot of good information for us so we know what we're working with. During week 4, there's a post-test that does count. You want to make sure you do the post-test. Do the pre-test and do the post-test. Here's the information on the Keiser library. And then course expectations. How do I earn an A in the course? Okay. Let's go to week 1. After you've done that, you go right to week 1. Here's the overview, the objectives, all the learning activities. It even gives you, about how long you'll be spending on each. Here are the readings, the chapters, what you'll be doing in the virtual lab, the allotted time for McGraw-Hill exercises, the discussion board work, the exam. It gives you a really nice breakdown. A lot of students just skip through this, and I really don't understand why that is. The materials that you could use to help support your learning. Now, here's the optional practice worksheets. You'll click on this. It'll take you right to McGraw-Hill work. Here is the week 1 McGraw-Hill virtual lab information and how you'll access the first lab quiz. Here's the lockdown browser practice test, right? So you have to download the lockdown browser first. After it's downloaded, then you'll be able to actually take the first exam, which looks like it's here. Week 1 exam, 10th edition, requires respond this lockdown browser. Prior to that, this was the week 1 discussion board. Gives you an example of the main post, an example of a peer response. Here's the rubric. First post, 325 words, word count. It's got to have research and critical thinking. Make sure these are both labeled, again, with references. And then your peer responses, each of those 125 words. You have to do 3 posts on 3 different days. You can't do them all on the same day, all right? Because it'll deduct points off the rubric. 3 posts, 3 different days. These are the topics. Make sure you claim your topic once it's claimed. You have to do that first post at least by Wednesday. If it's not posted by Wednesday, any of your classmates can take the topic. Week 1, extra credit. Click on this. It'll take you to McGraw-Hill if you choose to do it. If you do all 4 weeks of extra credit, again, it's all due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do all 4 weeks, it could earn you up to 2 points on your total average. Once it closes, I cannot reopen it for you. It's controlled by the publisher. Okay, so if you choose to do it, it can earn you 2 additional points. Okay, there's your lockdown browser exam for week 1. And boom, then you go to week 2. And it's the same thing each week. You're going to have the same moving parts. Here's the overview, the topics that you're going to be learning about for week 2. Here's the learning activities, the learning materials. Here's the practice worksheets if you choose to do it. Here's the virtual lab. Week 2, it's cardiovascular and respiratory. Here's the discussion board. Again, same concept. Your first post, 325 words. You need research, critical thinking, and references. And then your 2 responses to your other classmates' works. They always have to be 3 different questions that you're responding to. You're answering one question. You're reading classmates' work to 2 different topics. Okay, you can't do 3 posts on the same topic. It would kind of defeat the purpose. And for week 2, these are all the different topics that you can teach your classmates. There's lots of them there. Week 2, extra credit. Here's the lockdown browser for week 2. And boom, then you go to week 3, same concept, right? It's the same pattern each and every week. There's the materials. Here's the practice worksheet. Here's the virtual lab for the quiz for week 3, lymphatic and urinary. Here's the discussion board. These are the topics to be covered that week that you can discuss. Here's the extra credit should you choose to do it. Here's the lockdown browser. and then boom, you go into the last week. It moves quick, same concept. The reason why I'm clicking on the fourth week is, besides the practice worksheets and the lab quiz and the discussion, you have to do and if you choose to do the extra credit, here's the post test. Okay. It counts as 5% of your grade. So you definitely want to do it. Students forget to do this. Even if I send reminder announcements, students forget to do it. You plug in a 0 and it counts 5%, it drops your grade. Okay. So that's the general flow of the course. The Keiser Lives, I do Monday nights, typically at 8 p.m., unless I send out an announcement message that maybe we're going to start a little bit earlier that week. I always record them for my students, and then I'll put them on my YouTube channel, and I'll send them out to the class. My YouTube channel is nutritionchirodoc.com, nutritionchirodoc.com. You can also catch the recordings on the Keiser Live. When you click on this, somewhere up here, there's like 3 bars that typically show up, 4 bar, whatever it is. When you click that, you can see the sessions and the past recordings there. Okay, that should give you a really good, comfortable overview of the course. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions, any concerns. I'm really rooting for all my students. My reviews tend to be somewhere up at around 93, 94%. So students typically appreciate my teaching, my core, the material that I send out, a lot of I will typically send out announcement messages for McGraw-Hill quiz study information throughout the week. My students tend to do pretty well. If you put the time and effort in, you should do really, really well. All right, class. So again, I'm looking forward to having you with me for the next 4 weeks. And I really hope you enjoy the course.